Hey everyone, Paul Quin from Saxon, Gilmore, trying to do some more of these supremely informational videos. At least that's what we hope they are. So I'm sure you know we represent a lot of housing authorities. One of the issues that crops up frequently with our housing authority guests are Chapter 119 requests. What are those, I hear you asking? Well, Chapter 119 requests are requests for government documents made pursuant to Chapter 119 Florida Statutes. It's also part of the Sunshine Law. Florida is not just the Sunshine State because it is unbelievably hot most of the year. It's the Sunshine State because we have procedures and policies and regulations that say we should conduct all governmental activities in the sunshine. So Chapter 119 is a request that is made by anybody for any reason, can be made anonymously to any public entity, including, of course, our housing authority clients. And it's a request for public records. What's public record? In this case, it would be any record that the housing authority has that relates to the business of that housing authority. And that request can be made any way. It can be made in an email. It can be made in person. It can be made in a formal letter. It can even be made by telephone. So all of our clients need to have policies and procedures in place that address how you respond to a Chapter 119 request. And it's important that those exist because the penalties for failing to comply can be awful. Essentially, if you don't meet the requirements of a Public Records Act request within a reasonable amount of time, then you'll find yourself in a lawsuit for which the sanction for you is not only do you have to give the records, but you have to pay the other side's fees. And the longer that case goes on, the more fees they will develop. So those records can be requested anonymously, although don't forget it can be difficult to send records to somebody who has given you an anonymous request, but they can always arrange to have them picked up. And can you charge for them? Can you charge for the time? Well, the statute allows you to charge money for requests that either use a lot of administrative time or a lot of IT resources. What we normally recommend is that if it takes more than 2 hours, then you can charge an hourly rate at the rate of your lowest paid hourly employee. So there are charges that can be made, but be careful. It can, in fact, be a violation of the statute, and it can be looked at by the courts as if you're trying to hide records if the fees you're charging are considered too much. So Chapter 119 is really important. It is a minefield sometimes. But don't forget, there are some exemptions. There are some records that you don't have to produce when you're requested. For example, if someone wants a blueprint of your office, that is an exempt record. I think somewhere down the line, someone made the determination that if someone wants a blueprint of your office, they could be using that for bad things. So you don't have to give that. Also, any health information. So if someone requests personnel files and that's got reasonable accommodations or health information, you don't have to produce that. Now, you still have to produce the records, but you can redact that information. Also, no bank accounts, no social security numbers, nothing that can really compromise a person's private information that exists outside of the governmental entity. These are complicated issues sometimes, and we would welcome calls with questions, thoughts, comments to help you navigate the Chapter 119 road. Most of it you can do yourself, but if in doubt, don't hesitate. Either call us or call your lawyer.